All right, hey guys, how's it going? Today I happened to purchase a little something from my local game store as they were closing down because of COVID-19. So if you're watching this video in the future, this was kind of a crazy point in time, but my local game store that this channel and the Patreon that goes along with it supports had to close its doors for now. So I made a little purchase before they did just to show my support, but I'm super excited about it. It is the Fomoroid Crusher. It's pretty sweet. This is a really cool kit, really cool model, and I figured I'd do a little unboxing for us. So if you're into Warcry or just like awesome looking monsters from Games Workshop, this is the video for you. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this open. You can see here on the back that there's a couple different actually ways to make it, which is, that's gonna be really cool. So it's got one face with the eye out and the tongue sticking out, and then another one with this little cool thing over it with the kind of snarl going on. I think that's the head I'm going to use. I like that. I haven't quite decided on the arms though, so we'll see. So let's go ahead and pull this out. They had everything packaged really well in here. So we've got 2 sprues. I am going to like building this model. There's not a lot of pieces. It's great. Got all the cards in all the different languages. And then his little card there. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Then a little pamphlet here. Oh, that is very succinct. Cool. So we got our base, and then we've got our sprue. So maybe I'll do a build video with this guy too, since it probably won't take that long. Yeah, this is cool. So we got the shoulder plate over here. We've got the mane. Some nice little piece of base for him to stand on. That's really cool. Got his foot, the 2 different heads. Yeah, check those out. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, so I think there's 4 different arm options. So there's only 2 arms, I believe. Oh, no. No, that's a leg. Yeah, that's definitely a leg there. So we've got leg. Looks like another leg here. We've got a hand with the, so this is the hand that has the rock trailing on the thing here. So this is actually pretty cool. So he has ripped out the restraints where someone had chained him to stonework, and he has ripped those out because apparently he's super strong. So that's pretty sweet. Very cool model. Very cool model. All right, well, I will be right back, and we'll actually start putting this guy together. So, as I've been getting this guy together, I just noticed that there's a couple different places where there were some gaps that were showing pretty prominently, right along here, where this hair main kind of section fits in. So I went ahead and I put some of this plastic cement in there, right in here as well. You can see that. It's really shiny right in there. Also put it over this gap here and this gap over here. Those are probably the most notable ones. There's a little gap in here that I may go back. I've got myself a extra thin cement slurry, courtesy of Vince Venturella. He's not the only one I've heard this from, but he made a video on it. It's a pretty good one. I'll link it in here if I get the opportunity. You should go check it out. He does a great job of explaining how to make it. I wish I'd had that video before I made mine, because it's a little much. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush, and I've let this dry for a good while, so it's pretty hardened. I'm just going to go in there, I'm going to scrape it flat, and we'll sand it down. And voila. It's like that little seam never existed. It's great. This has been a game changer for me. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and so being able to really feel like I'm not having those seams all over the miniature has just been it's been really good for me. It's one of those things where you're like looking at the model you just finished, and like, but what if I could have? And I know that's not good to think all the time. But sometimes I just want to do the best I can, and I feel like it doesn't look the way I want it to. And that bothers me. So, for this type of stuff down in here, I'm basically just going to take this in and just kind of try to sand down the little edge where that glue has run. Now if you have the just regular old super thin cement, that would work even better for this right in here, because honestly that type of gap is really hard to get glue down in without without getting it on the outsides of the seams as well. So I'm just going to do the best we can. But you can see that it looks a lot better than it did. And I'll do the same over on this side as much as I possibly can. And right in here, there's like a little perceived line. I don't know if anyone will ever notice it, but I'm going to get it. Okay, So you can see, kind of looking from the top of our model here. Get this little edge over here that I didn't get earlier. Okay. Sorry, I'm blowing in the mic. So, we've got those seams covered over. He's looking good. Now I'm going to glue the arms on, and I will be right back. Alright, so here he is. He's all finished up. Really cool model. Decided to go with the trailing pieces of his captivity. Really cool. He's got chains dangling all over him. There's like a trophy from most of the different war bands somewhere on him. And he's got a whole row of skulls over here and and there, and one hanging off his back here. So it's really cool. And that's actually one of his abilities, which makes sense why they're on there now. So very cool. Found a little spot to put my little paper clip in, and really this is just for me to hang on to during painting. It really helps me. You could just stick his entire feet on something, but generally I find that this works pretty good. Allows for lots of different angles. So yeah, fun build, really easy to build. I feel like this model is one that goes together really really well. I did keep his shoulder pad off. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. So I kept the shoulder pad off there, just because I'm going to paint all of it in a metallic way. So there wasn't any reason to put it on him. And then I also pulled the other head off of the sprue for this. I will actually try painting his face on here, and probably trying testing some color palettes on the head first. That way I can tell what I like and what I don't, and I don't mess it up on the actual model. So I love when they provide multiple heads and that sort of stuff. It's a lot of fun. Plus, it'll just be good practice. So, anyways, that's all I do when I normally build a model. I have yet to put the basing on, but that'll go on before this gets painted. I'll be using likely some sand, maybe some GW basing texture. Not quite sure which yet. But he's planning for him to go with my Iron Golem warband. That's kind of why I used this little face with the little eye patch on it. It looks very Iron Golem-y with that. So it's a big model, a lot of detail. It's going to be a ton of fun to paint this guy up. So look for that video in the future. I hope this has helped you kind of see my process for building miniatures, as well as doing a little unboxing of this guy. I kind of couldn't help myself. I wanted to build this guy up real fast so I could have him to paint whenever. There are some extra little pieces that it comes with over here, the 2 extra hands, so you can use those for color tests as well. I may use his hand piece here for that. But if you like this video, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and check out my Patreon, the Nightly Painting Studio, over at patreon.com. Would love to have your support there as I work to support a local hobby store. But you will see this guy painted in a video in the future. Thanks for checking this out.